Welcome back to Talk of the Town, and we are joined by the other half of the story, Geoff Thatcher. Okay, so COVID hits, we're all stuck together. A lot of people went toward creativity. A lot of people went toward stifling what was going on internally, but you all had a major creative extraction. And this is so interesting that it was father-daughter putting this piece together. How did this even come to be?
Well, Zoe really inspired the whole thing when she did this. I think she talked about it, her Inktober challenge.
Yeah.
And we had, when I saw this sketch of a girl with a red scarf, I immediately was like, this is the perfect visual to tell this story of the CEO's time machine.
So you had the story already?
Oh yeah,
kind of.
Yeah, I'd written the story in 2016.
Like fully extracted?
Fully extracted,
done.
Written the short story, put it on LinkedIn, and 5 people read it. So,
You're a hit, it went viral.
And 3 of them were family members. So, everybody says, oh, it can go viral, but most of the stuff we post online is just,
I got 5 likes.
Yeah, it's really embarrassing when your first like is by your mom.
Relating.
I was working on this project in Saudi Arabia, where we were working with the King Abdullah Foundation, which is the former king of Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
And it was interesting because we were looking at the past and the decisions he had made in the past.
Now, as a creative director?
As a creative director.
For what project?
It was a traveling exhibition.
A traveling exhibition?
A traveling exhibition.
So you did this with museums and...
Yes. I mean, what Zoe and I do is theme parks, museums, corporate visitor centers, brand experiences. We'll do big live events. We travel all over the world. In the last 3 years, we've done the grand opening of Warner Brothers World Abu Dhabi. We've worked on, the King Abdullah traveling exhibition in Saudi Arabia. We did a brand experience center in Singapore.
So it's a setup experience and then go away.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we create experiences. That's what we do. And in fact, the book, not to get ahead of myself, was written like a theme park ride.
I love it.
So.
And what's your take on that experience? Break it down like Malcolm Gladwell-esque way. Break down that experience.
Well, what the book is about, it's about a CEO who is like an Elon Musk or Steve Jobs type of character.
Yeah.
And the CEO is turning over the reins of the company to his protege,
right.
a young woman. And he has one more thing to share with her. And what he wants to share with her is this time machine. And the thing to know about time machines is they can travel to the past, they can travel to the future, but you still have to make the decision today. You have to, in this moment, still make a decision.
Am I going to get in the machine or not?
Well,
that's
one question. And in fact, there's a big ethical dilemma at the end where she has to decide whether she's going to use the time machine, because there's ethics involved.
Well, of course.
So it really, though, at the end of the day, the book is for anyone who feels like they've had great ideas and no one's listening. That's what the book is about. So, because more than anything else, the time machine allows the CEO and his protege to hear the great ideas that people in their company offer about the future.
I can't wait. I almost started crying.
Anyway.
Because that's, I think so much of leadership has been based on extroverts and the loudest person in the room being heard. And there's sort of been this new quiet revolution, I think that's actually the title of a book, of the introvert process. And so much doesn't get heard because it's not about, the new understanding that it's not about being loud is very important. Okay, so break down step by step your interpretation of the experience of a theme park ride. Break it down. You start in line, right?
Every great theme park attraction has an iconic element that draws you in.
Okay.
In our book, that iconic element that draws you in is the garage. They're going into the secret R&D garage, and literally the garage just rolls up. And you can see in Zoe's illustration, she captures all of this. Next, what happens in a theme park? You wait in line. It's a queue. But the very best theme park attractions, what they use that time for while you're waiting in line is to build trust. When Zoe and I went to the Harry Potter attraction, Universal Studios, for the first time, and we were standing in the castle.
Yes.
You've been there.
Yes.
Yes. Zoe turned to me, she was 14, and she goes, "Dad, this is legit." Trust was built. She felt like she was in Hogwarts.
That's fascinating.
Then after after that icon draws you in, and then the trust is built, well, next, they give you information that helps you to move forward in the journey. It's the pre-show. This is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
This is what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
And in the book, they go into this really cool rotunda, if you will. I don't want to give away too much, but it's a little like Vegas. And this is where the protege, she gets the information that she needs to move forward in the journey.
This is so
Then finally,
fascinating.
in any great theme park ride, then you have the main attraction.
Yeah.
It's where the story is internalized. It's where you actually get to do what you're coming to do. And in the book, that is actually the time machine itself. That is where the message really hits home, and that's where the experience really happens, is in that time machine. And then, of course, the final thing that happens in any theme park attraction is you want people to do something. Now, a lot of people say, oh, they just want you to buy a t-shirt, or they just want you to buy a wand, or they just want you to buy some butterbeer, or whatever it is. And that's true. We want you to buy the book. Yes, please, buy the book.
Amazon, Barnes & Noble,
Yes.
CEOs.
www.ceotimemachine.com.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, sure, we want you to buy the book. But what we really want you to do is become part of the story. Now, when Zoe and I and our family went to Universal Studios and we went to the Harry Potter attraction, we stood in that retail store at the exit of the experience. And what we debated wasn't whether to buy a shirt.
It was what to buy.
It was what to buy, and more importantly, who belongs in which house. Zoe, Hufflepuff. Our son Joel, Ravenclaw. Mia and Mom, they're Gryffindor. And unfortunately, me, Slytherin. I know!
Slytherin.
I know. But every great attraction, every great experience is about drawing you in and attracting you. Then it's about building trust.
Yeah.
Then it's about giving you information
Yeah.
you need to move forward in the journey. It's about internalizing the message. And then finally, it's about getting you to do something. And we wrote the book just like a theme park ride.
I love it. Can't wait to read it. And after I read it, you'll have to come back.
Oh, we'd love to come
and
back.
pick a fight. We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town.